Lesher here, living out Marine, Spokane Valley. We're here today to shoot a video on the new Phoenix 721 ZXL. So for 2025, they did some changes to the 721, which has been one of their best sellers throughout all the years. 721 was the original boat that Phoenix came out with from the start. So they've done some redesign on this guy. Always been one of the fastest boats in the lineup, best performance-wise that Phoenix has ever made. Major things they've done to this boat is made it wider. That's what everybody wanted. They wanted, these days we want a wider deck where we want more space in the boat. So what they've done to this boat, it's actually 5 inches wider right here at the seat post than the 2024 721. They did a major redesign on the front end of this boat. And the way we got the width here is they actually narrowed the gunnels on this guy down quite a bit. You know, the old 721 had a pretty wide gunnel. They narrowed this down to give us the width up here. Another thing they've done is really reconfigured the front end and made it so, you know, we're all going more electronics and everything. The old 721 was in the old days when we didn't have all these electronics. Now we've updated everything to help us with the new electronics that we're all putting on. So they came out with this really nice pod where you can fit two 12 inches, even a 16 up here, or two 16s, however you want to configure it. And the nice thing about this factory pod is you don't need aftermarket mounts. This will hold your graphs, and it's a very strong mount. Moving back, another thing they've done on this guy, there's actually this compartment's bigger, 33% bigger than the old 721. So you have a little bit more storage for all the tackle we're carrying around now. As you're moving back, really from here back, this boat has not changed. They really don't need a reason to change it. Like I said, it's been one of their best sellers. So like I said, 33% more storage in the center locker right here. It's got a nice organizing system in it. You know, you don't have to do the amp and all that stuff to get your tackle very organized in here. Nice layout in there. Good strong box in there, so you're not dealing with cheesy edges and all that. They always have this nice light in here, so a little light if you're rigging at night or in the morning. You do have, in this layout, you have dual rod lockers, especially great for partner team tournaments. You can both keep your rods in separate sides. The nice thing about and this is in most Phoenixes, but what I really like about this console is you, once again, don't need to go to expensive aftermarket mounts. You can mount two 12s right to this dash. It has aluminum plating underneath here, so through bolting it through there, it gives you a nice solid mount right from the factory. Same layout, like I said, as most of them. The 721 has not changed much going back. One thing they really did nice in the 721 series for this year is the E2 wire harness system. So it comes with upgraded 8-gauge wiring throughout the boat to your electronics, to the console and the dash, and the bow, coming from the engine compartment, or the battery compartment. And not much has changed back here. Same back end, like I said. This one we just have standard floodeds and an AGM cranker in there. It does have the switch panel in here, which is an upgrade. And here's your clean power circuit for your electronics. That comes factory on the ZXL for the year 2025. Of course, we have a Merc on this one with the Atlas jack plate. So where I see this boat fitting in the Phoenix lineup, 721 has always been one of their best sellers. The fastest boat they make. It is actually a 21-foot boat. Very nimble, handles great. It's at a really good price point. As far, you know, boats are getting more and more expensive. This one, they're keeping the price really fair on this guy. It's been their best seller throughout history for a reason. And on this guy, they really changed the things that we were all asking for, you know. Electronics are changing in boats just like crazily fast. But in this one, we can do what we do in our bigger, you know, Elite Series and everything. They brought this one up to speed with the Elite Series, but yet you still get a boat that's fast, nimble, drives great, true 21-foot boat. So that's where I really like this ZXL. They changed a lot in this thing, and they made it super nice. So come check it out.